Krishna Kirtana Ganana Pano Premamritam Manidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyau Priyakarau Nirmasaram Pujitau Sri Caitanya Kripa Bharau Bhubi Bhuva Bharavahantarakam Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghujagam Sri Jiva Gopalakam Krishna Kirtana Ganana Tanapado Premamritam Banidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyakarau Nirmasarau Pujitam Nana Shastra Vicharanaikanipuna Sadharma Sanghastapakam Lokanam Hitakarana.
Oh, we're going to now. Providence has smiled on us.
What is it?
Come, let's go.
Oh, why? What is it?
What? Yonder lies a boatman.
Boatman? Oh, it's wonderful.
A boatman. Oh, great. Oh, great. A boatman.
Wait. What about all the luggage? You can't leave me with all of the dirty work. You doing that to me?
Yes.
Oh, come quickly, come.
Yes.
Allow me to introduce ourselves. We're three distinguished scholars from the University of Oxford. We've come all the way from Great Britain to do a special expeditionary research of India. It's been a long time since I've been here, actually. About 1946 the last time I was here. I was, with the East India Company.
Oh, such Harold, will you get to the point?
What he is trying to say is we would like to cross the river.
Quite.
Yes.
Took the words out of my mouth.
You are trying to get to the other side.
Correct.
Yes. I will take you there. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bob Douglas, Channel 10 Action News. We begin this broadcast with a late-breaking story now unfolding downtown at Los Angeles Superior Court.
Control! God is in control! God is in control!
Let's go live to our John Stevens to fill us in on what's happening down at the courthouse. John?
In an unprecedented case, professors of modern science have filed a class action lawsuit against none other than the supreme person, God himself. They have charged that if he does not appear in this courtroom today, he will be cited with non-existence.
Now, John, I understand that the prosecution has won an action barring the public from attending this trial.
Right, Bob. Hold on. I've just gotten word that the prosecutors are about to leave the courtroom. Come on, let's go. What's happening to you people?
Stand back. How much money are you going to pay?
Excuse me, has the lawsuit against God been dropped?
Why are you leaving the courtroom before the trial's begun?
Why are you suing God?
Now hold on. The charges against the defendant have not been dropped.
Then why are you leaving? We've been in the courtroom for over 3 hours now, patiently waiting for the defendant, God, to appear.
Forgive my frankness, but this whole trial seems to be a little bit frivolous. I mean, suing God. Yet I take this you are serious?
Absolutely. Our firm has sent out over, what is it now?
130 subpoenas.
130 subpoenas to leaders of various religious organizations demanding that they bring this mysterious supreme person to the judicial arena.
What's happening? Why do you ban the public from entering the courtroom?
Because given the nature of this trial, we have strong reason to fear a severe backlash from the religious sector.
Just what is your motive for demanding that God show up here? Isn't it obvious that he's not coming?
It's painfully obvious.
How is it possible to sue the Creator? Who is going to represent him in court? St. Peter?
Now, can you tell us who's bankrolling this? Who's the corporation behind this?
Don't you waste a lot of time on this case? Can you just give us an idea of who might be behind
Find out from some of the people here.
Pay for this.
Lydia, could you tell our viewers here a little bit about your agenda?
Professor Pirelli.
After this case, we'll be moving on to the Supreme Court with a petition to have the phrase, "In God We Trust," removed from all U.S. currency.
I mean, in a case as significant as this, shouldn't majority rule?
You must remember, in spite of your majority rule, that we did persuade the Supreme Court to banish prayer in public schools.
That you did, and there was a reason.
Therefore, if today's litigations are successful, we will have generated enough support to take this case all the way to the Supreme Court.
Celebrating here today. Can we ask just who's behind the corporation giving you the money? Does anybody have anything? Sir, could you tell us? Will there be funding for this here?
Well, everybody just calm down.
But the trial isn't officially over. What happens if God actually does appear after you leave?
Not to worry. We still have Victor Candle, our senior colleague, in the courtroom.
Along with 2 witnesses.
Well, what about the other people who are involved in this case? What about the other organizations that are funding it?
Can you believe the media just gave us over $1 million in free publicity?
Well, Jason, that's why they call it the free press.
Kai, wake up. What is the matter? A great disaster threatens you. Disaster? Yes, tomorrow your husband will crown Ram regent of the kingdom. Ram? That's wonderful. This is good news. I pity your simplicity. What? Your husband speaks very fair of you, but he is crafty. At night he smothers you with his caresses, but his real concern is for Kaushalya, the mother of Ram. I do not see. In the guise of a husband, a serpent dwells at your bosom.
Mantra, don't say such things. I see no difference between Ram and Bharat. I'm happy that Ram will become regent.
The son of Ram will become king, and the dynasty of Ram will grow to hate Bharat, and you will be forgotten.
But I don't understand.
Bharat will be attacked by Ram.
What nonsense. Why would Ram attack Bharat?
Bharat has a claim to the royal succession, and therefore he will cause fear in the heart of Ram.
What?
You must save your son. If Ram becomes king, he will have Bharat banished.
Banished?
Or put to death.
To death?
Yes, death.
Why would Ram do such a thing to my son?
To rid himself of his rival.
No.
To secure his sovereignty.
No.
Yes, the truth is sometimes so difficult to bear, but the situation can yet be rectified.
It can?
Yes.
How? How, Mantra?
You must act in such a way that Ram will be banished and Bharat will obtain the crown.
The crown? I never thought that Bharat would obtain the crown.
Why not? Don't you remember so long ago when your husband granted you 2 wishes which you never used?
Yes.
Now the time has come to claim these wishes. You saved his life in order to obtain them. Now you save your own.
How?
Use them.
You journeyed alone on the Jaladuta cargo ship. Everyone was quite amazed that you survived the 2-month trip. You could have stayed in Vrindavan, under the shelter of Rupa Goswami's samadhi, watching the monkeys play as you ate your rice, dal, and chapatis. Instead, you chose to follow the instructions of your guru, and with great determination, you set out to travel and preach in the most degraded place in India known as the materialistic West. Suffering 2 heart attacks, you could have given up, yet you were filled with strength, courage, determination, and faith. With the blessings of Guru and Krishna, you continued on to save the human race. Always remembering Krishna sitting there within your heart, you came to disseminate his words of absolute knowledge before you would soon depart, teaching, you are not this body, you are pure spirit soul. Your life is eternal, and bhakti yoga is the nature of your soul. With a few pennies in your pocket, not having any friends, you were determined to fight against Maya's battle, headed by evil Kali and sin. Armed with the torchlight of knowledge and Bhagavad Gita as it is, you had full faith in knowing surely you would win. In the Boston Harbor you did land, spreading Mahaprabhu's mission to every woman, child, and man. Never doubting Veda-Vyasa's word, you were armed with a trunk full of weapons. Srimad Bhagavatam, your mighty sword. Sitting in a park full of hippies, businessmen, and dogs, the sweet name of Govinda emanated from your lips. The pure transcendental sounds vibrating from your tongue. Lord Chaitanya's Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. These 3 names of God, you boldly declared, would purify the hearts of all, including New York's bums. The time had come. All humanity could see Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prediction, the truth indeed. Harinam Sankirtan would surely set the Western world free. By your causeless mercy, sinful activities were being eradicated. Shouts of jubilation could now be heard from the eternal glee club members singing, Hari, Hari, Hari! Creating temples, disciples, and your mighty BBT Brihad Mridanga Press. In a short span of 11 years, the world you greatly did impress. Totally immersed in meditation, with the holy names of Krishna upon your lips, delivering mankind from birth, old age, disease, and death. Never before in history, in such a short amount of time, has one man ever accomplished such an amazing feat. You delivered Lord Chaitanya's message to everyone you would meet. Stumbling, I now fall down, grasping your lotus feet, with a blackened heart filled with lifetimes of degraded and dirty deeds, crying and crawling towards you, filled with great remorse. I am simply imploring this from your most holy divine grace. Kindly deliver and free me from this horrible and loathsome place. Never can I repay you, Srila Prabhupada, for the unlimited love and gifts you have bestowed. I can only humbly beg you, O topmost servant of the Lord, please, please, take me back to Godhead, to Lord Krishna's eternal abode, where once and for all I can wholeheartedly say, at last I am finally home